my Married at First Sight Australia fans. Yes, we are back. It's been almost a week, and you know what time it is? Reunion Part 1. We got bridges being burned. We actually have a sexting scandal, and then we see Harrison bring receipts of what Bronte tried to do before the reunion. Welcome back to Romance Review TV. It's Lady T. I got another recap video for you guys. Married at First Sight Australia, Season 10, Episode number 35, Reunion Part 1. And without any further ado, let's unpack what happened. So yes, we're back, and it looks like, I guess we can call this a graduation for our Season 10 Married at First Sight Australia cast members. Now, it's only been 6 weeks since the final vows at this point, and yeah, a lot has happened. So we got Exes trying to save face, we got old feuds being rehashed, and even there's new scandals that's coming to the surface on this whole crazy night. And even we heard Evelyn kind of put it like putting a bunch of dogs and heat in the same kennel, and as we would say, release the hounds. So before the drama, we got some good stuff going on with two of our couples. First, Melinda and Leighton, who are still going strong, and Tani and Ollie are still very happy, and they actually have some great news.
We're here as a couple. We made it to reunion.
Who would have thought?
Not us, but here we are. I feel like no one expected us to last. First week out, it was a bit rocky for us. It was a bit testing.
But then once we got over that, it's been awesome.
I fall more in love with Melinda every day that we're not arguing.
So how many days a week is that?
3 or 4.
Leighton is my perfect guy. I think we are soulmates. And he is someone I can see the rest of my life. I'm pretty lucky. I didn't get a douchebag.
And I feel like Mel's my ball and chain, but my beautiful, cute ball and chain. You look beautiful. What are the plans for the future? I would say we're definitely getting a cavoodle. It's such a cute dog.
You look handsome.
Thank you. The pet is practice in preparation for a child.
Are you excited? I mean, what are you thinking?
I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. I'll take your side, babe.
Thank you.
So let's go.
I feel like tonight, the dinner party. Yeah, I'm ready for the battlefield. Bring it on.
Yeah. I'll have the shield.
Thank you, babe.
While Melinda and Leighton begin rehearsals for parenthood, Tani and Ollie have their own big revelation.
News flash.
We're going to be moving in.
I'm planning on moving to Sydney.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I am excited. Since the experiment ended, we've been doing long distance.
Yep.
Doing the text game, right? And that text game, weak. Weak AF.
No, he just gets upset when I don't reply in
Wrong,
2 minutes.
Wrong. It's the emojis, mate.
You don't like the emojis?
Sometimes it feels like I'm texting like a 45-year-old Karen.
I use the good emojis.
Yeah, no, we're in a good spot. Tani could live in a shed on a forbidden island and I'd still be willing to make the move.
Hard to be done.
We'll get it. Okay. After that final vow, we did say that we love each other. Yeah, it was amazing. Tonight, we are going to the reunion as one.
Yeah, united. Reunion.
Let's do it. Let it.
Thank you.
So it looks like one couple want babies in the future and the other couple is moving in together. So that is great news. And I know I'm going to continue to follow both these couples. So we also see Jesse is back and he is in much better spirits than he left the experiment in. He even talked about getting his band back together. He also revealed that he and Claire have been talking every day and there are even hopes that there's still something there between the two of them. Now, even though it looks like time maybe have repaired wounds between Claire and Jesse, Well, I don't know about the same between Alyssa and Duncan, with Alyssa saying that she was absolutely blindsided when Duncan dumped her. Now, she has a very clear agenda for the evening, and that's to get an explanation about what she called his disgusting behavior. She even went on to say that I absolutely feel like Duncan was dishonest. I felt like Duncan was stringing me along. It made her feel sick. And she claimed she felt manipulated. Now, while Alyssa has nothing but scathing words for her ex, Duncan won't say a bad thing about Alyssa and admits that he still have a soft spot towards her. And even though Alyssa and Duncan's pending reunion looks pretty dreary, you gotta now talk about Lindo and Cameron, which look like it could be something huge, with Lindo revealing some whispers of a scandal.
Since I've left the experiment, I have heard bits and pieces of information that have completely changed how I feel about my entire experience. I have heard from at least 2 people that Cam and one of the girls in the experiment have been sexting and exchanging nude photos. And I just feel like that information has made me look back completely differently. So many things are starting to make more sense. Those first few weeks of the experiment were really good. And I thought Cam and I had so much potential. But from a certain point, everything started to go away.
Am I awful and repulsive that you don't even want to hug me when I'm upset? Like, it just made me like...
It wasn't that, I just felt pressured.
Like, it made me snap.
It was unnatural.
That the one thing...
I feel fit into my life in the NT. I just don't feel like I'm the right person.
This whole thing has made me question everything that Cam said to me throughout the experiment. I don't know if any of it was real. And it hurts so much to know that that entire time, Cam did not have the spine to just say to me that he wasn't interested anymore.
So you saying someone?
I don't want to give too much away. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, sitting happy.
So, if you've been following my channel or you're a subscriber, you probably have seen the updates I've been posting about the different cast members, and this one was one of them regarding that whole sexting scandal where Cam was sending pictures to Miss Taylor. So, if you want to check out that video, I will link it in the description. So, it looks like Jesse, Sandy, and Lindo are the first to catch up during the whole cocktail hour, and Lindo dishes all the dirt on Taylor and Cameron's rendezvous with the sexting. Lindo went on to vent how she just couldn't figure out for the life of her while it all started to fade, and now she claims that she know the whole time that he was probably in contact with Taylor and being more interested in her. And that whole revelation was a serious buzzkill for Jesse, who was hoping that the night would be filled with happy times. Well, Jesse, you're about to be disappointed because there's more drama to come, because a very single Alyssa has arrived and she has a whole sob story to share. How she got dumped, how it was a surprise, she was blindsided, and the fact that she claims that she's been hearing that Duncan has been living his best single life, as he should. He's single, sashaying around the bars, hitting on girls. Now, Duncan arrives and everybody is bracing themselves as Alyssa and Duncan come face to face for the first time since the final vows. Now, Duncan reached in for a hug, which Alyssa did reciprocate before rolling her eyes and making a puke face behind his back. And I know Mel was like, really, Alyssa? Claiming that, you know, according to Alyssa, Duncan gives her the ick, just the way he greeted me and was like, are you okay? No, bro, you know I'm not okay. Anyway, at the dinner party, she said that if she's sitting next to Duncan, she's probably going to throw up. And of course, on that note, we see them all send him on out to the dinner party. Also before the dinner party, we saw Alyssa and Duncan's reunion was just a warm-up because this is huge. Cameron arrives and Lyndall is waiting awkwardly in queue to receive her mandatory greeting. But just as Lyndall turned, Cameron turns his back on her and walks away. And of course, Alessandra was like, he didn't even look at her. However, everybody was anticipating how it was going to be when Taylor come in, and especially Melinda.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, let's have a look at Cameron's approach here.
Well, everyone's watching. Everyone's watching. Hello. How are you? I'm good.
Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? Hello, how are you going?
Painful for Lyndall. Being in this relationship where there's very little affection, and then he stands up and spontaneously gives Taylor a cuddle.
Taylor walked in, I saw her, I watched. Cam,
Lovely to see you again.
and then as she hugged someone else and went to walk back, she looked back at Cam, she caressed Cam and kept walking. I didn't get a double dressing. No one else got a double look. Taylor, what have you been up to?
Sit down right now because I need to talk to you.
Now, we gotta say, according to what Cameron says, that there is nothing going on between the two of them. And even if it was after the final vows, it's nobody's business but his. But everybody was watching them. We even hear something about a double caressing and all of that. And so, of course, you know, that Lyndall and even especially Melinda's suspicious. And then, of course, we had our tumultuous couples reunite, which included Caitlin and Shannon and Melissa and Josh. But hey, they managed to keep it together. And even Alessandra noticed that, you know, it highlights that people in the group who are even more mature than some of the others. And then there's also Dan, who showed up, and a lot of folks thought that his jacket was a little bit too small for him. So now we're at the dinner party, and Melinda wants to make a toast, and she wants to address the elephant in the room. What is that? The rumor about Taylor and Cameron sexting, of course. And of course, Taylor is looking shocked. However, Cameron volunteers to put the rumors to rest. He clears things up by saying that after the final vows, I went back home, obviously, and was having a bit of friendly conversation with Taylor. It was just a back and forth. It was nothing serious. It was just a friendly conversation because I'm a friendly person. But Lyndall, yeah, she's not buying it and says that she wouldn't have thought something more sinister was going on if Cameron hadn't made inappropriate jokes about him, Lyndall, and Taylor having a threesome, which is a claim that Ollie even verifies. And in the name of getting a whole balanced report, the group asked Taylor for her input. And she was like, look, it really goes as far as we were friends. I saw what he had down below. And the group was gasping while Cam just shook his head, realizing that Taylor has blown their cover, I guess. Saying, and of course, Claire's talking about that's disgusting. Really, Claire? Taylor grins at the camera saying, so what? I saw what he had. I saw his willy. We FaceTime every day. One time he did get his you-know-what out. He showed me multiple times. Cameron clarifies the nature of the FaceTime call, saying that he ended up on a night out in a nightclub. They FaceTime. He got all of his clothes off in the nightclub. What type of club is this? Anyway, everyone is baffled by Cameron's response, and it begs the question, what was he doing naked in a nightclub? Cameron doesn't see what the issue is and doesn't really care how Lyndall feels about it either. No matter what you say, quite frankly, he said he don't give an F anyway. And Lyndall says she knew Cameron didn't have respect for her anyway. And of course, with that drama unfolding, Harrison now jumps on the bandwagon and reveals that he has bigger concerns than anyone else's drama.
Everyone is on the chopping block tonight. There's no one safe. It's just whether or not you can stand the heat.
But I've got quite serious concerns.
bigger than everyone else's drama. Found out about Bronte messaging a girl I used to see before I came into the experiment.
Who's the 20-year-old that you have on you?
Is that in frame? In a very manipulative manner, Bronte's asking for information on our quote-unquote relationship. It's a clear violation of my privacy, and I'll call her out on it.
So again, if you've been following my channel, there are multiple videos with these two, Bronte and Harrison, and even this last piece of paper that he's showing where it was her reaching out to his ex trying to get damning information or evidence about whatever was supposedly going on so she could bring that into the reunion. And if you haven't checked out that video, I will link that video as well in the description. However, in this reunion episode, as much as he thought that he had evidence, a lot of the fellow cast members are just not taking it seriously, and they downplayed pretty much the whole situation.
Guys, this is the core issue for why we broke up. The core issue. Please let me get this out. If the next person interrupts me, it's really not going to be good. All of a sudden, a month after we break up, it's a huge issue that you have to investigate. What you have done is you have now lied about the reason why you went looking for that clarity union. No, please let me finish. You went looking for something that you could bring into the reunion and use to attack me. If you put half the effort you put into this, into like actually working on yourself, where you could be.
You need to work on yourself. Do not go there.
Whatever.
Dude. Like I have a headache.
Harrison, you need to hire a builder for all the work you need to do on yourself.
Perhaps one of the most interesting things is in the power balance in the group.
Yes.
So many times we saw at these dinner parties, he was holding court, putting people down, attacking them.
Oh, I've got the printout if anyone wants to see it,
That's
by the way.
cool. I don't care. I have nothing to hide, Harrison.
I would if I sent those messages.
You really don't care.
Do you want to see it?
He's got the screenshots in his pocket.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, this is hectic.
In your life. Oh, wait, let me see it.
In MAFS history, have you ever seen someone use props? Props to formulate their argument.
This is so ridiculous.
Sorry, can I please just say my piece?
This is the most hectic thing I've ever seen in my life.
In your life, have you ever seen anything like that?
I don't have anything against you whatsoever. You just told me so many different stories about you.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the messages. I would do the same thing.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, can't believe he brought a piece of paper to the dinner party. I actually read the text. They weren't even that juicy. They weren't even that good.
I'm cool with that. I don't care what I said. Read it. So obviously, coming out of it, I decided to message the 21-year-old girl from the wedding. And yet he's gone and printed my conversation. You've taken time to try and tear me down, which you're accusing me of doing.
The context of those messages are very clear.
Like the fact that he really thought, well, Bronte, this is what I've got.
That in for clarity. Looking for clarity would have been like week 1 or 2.
Tia, R.I.P., arrest me.
Bronte, that printout is simply just evidence of you crossing a line.
Here we go.
Like, I'm surprised he knows how to use a printer.
I saw through it from the beginning.
The context of those messages...
You just see through the bullshit so easily.
They say, from Bronte, guys, hold on, guys, everyone, please. Hold on, guys, hold on. Guys, I'm trying to speak and everyone's just taking the piss. Jess, Cam, what are you doing?
He's teammates.
Come on, guys, a bit of respect.
Harry, give me the beat and I'll rap it.
No, we don't...
Give me the beat and I'll rap it.
Come on. I made my point, it's over now.
You didn't make your point, hon. Just that you're an absolute loser.
So yeah, they pretty much dismissed it. I mean, everything from Cameron throwing paper planes out of it, Jesse wearing it as a napkin on his head, Ollie is ready to make a rap out of the text messages. Yeah, and the thing is, they just blew past the fact that Bronte tried to get any type of some incriminating evidence to pretty much destroy this man. The thing is, both of them have done damage to each other in this entire experiment, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm over the two of them. So while Duncan is just cackling and giggling, it comes to a complete halt when Alyssa decides that it's time to call Duncan out. Now, the two of them have not been in touch since the final vows, except for a message that Duncan sent. Now, although there's a difference of opinion on the sentiment of the message, Alyssa is snapping that he Googled a response on what to say when you break up with your girlfriend, and Duncan reads the aforementioned text by saying, "I'm sorry, and if you would like to talk, I will obviously make myself available if you want to talk. If you don't want to, I understand that and respect that." And then he added, "You did not reply, so I thought that meant you did not want to have any conversation." However, Alyssa, she is hurt. She's lashing out. She tries to pinpoint exactly where the relationship fell apart. "Duncan, not once did you make me think that you were sitting on the fence about our relationship." And as Duncan tried to say his piece, he struggled to even get a word in edgewise. He managed to say, "Every time I talk to you, all you do is talk over me." But Alyssa doesn't necessarily think Duncan even deserved to have a say. Really, Alyssa? Saying that "you dumped me, bro, you dumped me, Duncan, you broke my heart, you made me believe that there was a future for us." And of course, Duncan is trying to smooth things over and says that he wishes there was a future for the two of them. She was like, "No, you don't." And of course, now with him just running empty on fuel in this conversation, he said, "Now, no, I don't." And it was enough to send Alyssa storming out of the room. And of course, despite being so upset, Alyssa is adamant that she dodged a bullet with fake Duncan. Alyssa, yeah, okay, I guess if you say so, but you had a major part in the demise of that relationship. Okay, so let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. What do you think about that whole thing with Cameron and Lyndall? They're both single. Cameron pretty much can do what he wants to, but obviously Lyndall think otherwise, that something was going on prior to. And then this whole thing with Alyssa and Duncan. Should Alyssa just move on and at least look in the mirror and see where she actually caused the demise in this relationship? So I hope you enjoyed this recap. Stay tuned for other recaps and updates on this channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.